There's a 45-year-old guy who had never driven in his entire life. He didn't even have a driver's license, didn't have a car. Anytime he wanted to go somewhere, he'd use Uber or Lyft. Anytime he wanted food, he'd order it on Uber Eats or DoorDash. And he did this for years and years and years. You could call him a super user of those services. But he got in his head, man, wouldn't it be fun to be on the delivering side of that or the driving side of that? And so he finally one day decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to become a rideshare driver. I'm going to become a delivery driver. And again, didn't have a car, didn't have his driver's license, didn't know the first thing about how to get him, but he started doing research. And he got deep into it. And he finally was able to get his driver's license. And after a few months, he was able to go ahead and get a car. A crappy car, but a car nonetheless. It was like a little Corolla, let's say. And finally, the day was here. He turned on the app for the first time, nervously hit the go button, and it didn't take long. First ride came in, and a wave of nervousness and excitement came over him. So he got in his car, he drove to the pickup spot, not knowing what to expect. He was nervous, but he was excited. He picked up this rider. Short ride, but the conversation was awkward. He missed 2 turns. His car was rickety. He dropped off the rider and gave an awkward goodbye and quickly looked at the app, and the rider never tipped. Of course the rider never tipped. Rated him 3.0 out of 5.0 stars. The guy wasn't demoralized though. It was exciting. God, was it exciting. Actually giving a ride to another person and getting paid for it. So he did this for a week. In that week, he studied YouTube, or he watched YouTube videos about other drivers and their experience and things they kept in their car and driving strategies. And he busted his butt for a week. But at the end of the week, still didn't have any tips. His rating was just below 4. And he wasn't demoralized though. He was still maybe in a little bit of an obsessed state, and he couldn't wait to do it again the next week. But every ride, he improved at least 1 or 2 things about what he did. He was becoming more comfortable with the conversation. He was becoming more comfortable with how to navigate Google Maps and the Uber and Lyft app. And he was excited for the future. He was excited to see where this kind of work would take him and who he'd get to meet and the experiences that he would have. Well, that, my friends, is a perfect analogy of my first week on YouTube. I don't know nothing about nothing. This selfie stick I'm using right now to film this little walk and talk, it is the first selfie stick I've ever bought in my entire life. Using my phone to record. Spent $50 on a little cheap YouTube beginners kit set up with mics and whatnot. So, anywho, my point is, I'm obsessed with this. I suck at it, but I'm obsessed with it. Probably not healthfully. I enjoy the heck out of it. I probably look at the analytics way too much. I think at this point I've got maybe 20 views on my videos. Obviously no subscribers. 1 thumbs up though, man. That was a dopamine hit, let me tell you. I saw that thumbs up and it wasn't for me. And I hadn't really shared this with my family or anything, and my wife certainly isn't watching my videos at this point. All right, I think that's probably good enough. So I'm about to sit down and start editing, and I realized that I completely forgot to turn on the mics on that clip, or the battery went out before I got to the take that I'm probably going to use. So I apologize for the audio and the windy conditions and all that stuff, but hey, it's a perfect example of my incompetency, exactly what I was talking about. So anyways, hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and jump into some analytics. All right, so here's my channel dashboard in YouTube Studio. Now, to be fair, I have primarily been looking at analytics on my phone, so I'm not super familiar with the laptop version of it, but we'll go through it and see what we've got. First of all, as far as content goes, here are the 3 videos that I posted in the first week. You can see the views there. Isn't that outstanding? But the one like that gave me that dopamine hit, whoever that was out there, if you're watching, thank you so much. It means more to me than you can even imagine. And so, what I want to do is go through each video that I've posted chronologically. Let's start with this is the overall analytics, and this is in order of published date. So very first video was just I just threw it together. I even quote unquote edited it on my phone using CapCut. 11 views, 258 impressions, 3.1% click through. The only hard analytic I've really got in mind right now is that over 4.2 or sorry, over 4% click through rate, I think is decent for a new channel. I don't know, but that's what I have. And first video, third video, not sure why this middle video has so few impressions. I'm sure I'll get more information about that as time goes on and I play with this more. But moving on to the analytics specific to the first video, this short rideshare session from last Sunday, first video I posted. Let's just refresh it here. And all right, so 11 views, zero point 0.2 hours of watch time. Obviously, I have no subscribers just yet. Oh, glitching out on me, huh? Okay. Uh, audience retention. This is the only video that I actually have audience retention data for. They're also new, but you can see people dropping off like flies. I'm going to look back at this in 6 months or a year and just cringe so hard at how bad this video is. Probably all 3 of these, but I don't care. It's fun. Reach. They've given me 258 impressions. There's a click through rate, 11 views, 10 unique viewers, so somebody viewed it twice. That might have been me. But anyway, um, there. That's what it is. There's not a whole lot to see there. Engagement. People really aren't sticking with it. Uh, no likes or dislikes on this one, and no audience data just yet. I don't believe. Yeah, no audience data. So, except everybody's watching on mobile phone. Not surprised one bit on that. All right, second video. Let's refresh this bad boy. Yeah, 5 views, a little bit more watch time. Don't have audience retention data yet. Only the 21 impressions. Um, Again, not quite sure what that's all about. If you know, or if you have suggestions for me, let me know. And engagement, average view duration's a little bit higher, but all these numbers are just so skewed because it's such a small sample size. And then the video I just posted, yesterday? Day before yesterday? Uh, 8 views, highest watch time so far. Uh, and then reach, a lot of impressions compared to my other ones, but a lower click through rate. Um, 6 unique viewers, engagement, again, most watch time, longest average duration. I got the 1 like on it. So, in a lot of ways, I can say things are trending up. I mean, over a week. So no, not a big sample size, but it's still fun to look at. I love the data. I love analytics, and I think as I get more content out there and more impressions and more views and everything, it's I'm gonna have to fight not to spend all my time pouring through analytics data. and just keep creating, keep putting stuff out there. But anyway, those are the analytics. Now I want to kind of turn my attention to some things that I've learned over the past week. First of all, underscoring everything is I am a complete noob at this. 1 week a master does not make. Uh, but I've decided, I know that I want to learn or try at least one new thing every video that I publish. Um, for instance, in this video I mentioned, this is my first time sharing, or not sharing, but recording my screen. So I'm curious to play around with that once I get into editing. I might also schedule the release on this video because I've got content for my first kind of casino experience video that I might release first. So maybe I schedule this one for a couple days from now. Um, Something else that I've learned from watching some other creators about starting a YouTube channel is that this obsession that I've had for the last week, at some point it's going to go away. Let me turn off the screen recording. But it's going to go away, and when it does, the key is going to be to maintain consistency. Hey, babe, no, you're fine. I mean, it's raw. Nobody's going to watch it. You want to come say hi? No, okay. So I'm making a 1 week recap video of my time on YouTube. What I've learned and analytics and stuff. But you want to see something? This obsession is going to fade. I'm going to get to a point where I'm not like as driven to do it. Or maybe I get discouraged at the lack of interest in what I'm doing, or I don't know, but I do know, and I know me personally, this obsession that I have right now is going to fade. And when it does, I just need to remain consistent. Take these really basic foundational skills that I'm developing in the obsession, and maybe just maintain and consistently create content and publish it to kind of get through that lull that is likely coming. But right now, I am obsessed. Right now, this is all I'm thinking about, and that obsession is driving me. So I'm gonna, you know, enjoy that energy while it lasts. Um, Another something else I learned in the last week, like my second video, I really over edited that for my skill level. I mean, I like probably 20 hours of editing, which I guess maybe to some people doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have a full-time job um and then you do rideshare on the side, that's a lot of time. And I was into it, I was enjoying it, and I learned a lot, but just efficiently, my skill level is not where I can make things perfect and exactly what I've envisioned and what I want it to look like. So um, I tried on the third video. I tried not to over edit that one, and just kind of kept a reasonable expectation for what it's going to look like at the end. And I think I probably focus more on content quality on that one versus editing, and this one we'll see once I get into editing. So don't over edit for my skill level. um, and then there's so much advice out there that the actual do this do that, I can't keep up with it. I can't implement everything. Again, one or two things a video is great, but what I found most valuable has been the more inspirational stuff and the reasonable expectation stuff. Like Rob the Maritimer, I've really enjoyed watching his videos for new YouTubers in middle age. And there are a few others that I found. Ty something, I should give them the credit that they're due. Yeah, so let me do that. Give me just a second here. Ty, what's his name? Ah, Ty Myers, real humble guy. I enjoy his content as well. And again, motivational and pragmatic advice for somebody like me. So I'll go ahead and link those guys in the description as well if you want to check them out. Upcoming ideas, or things that I want to try. I want to try some shorts. I think I have from some of my videos. I think I've got some good potential content for shorts. Again, that's something new. I haven't done that before, so I'm gonna give that a try maybe this upcoming week. Um oh, I filmed some stuff at the casino uh, when I went there Friday night, just for funsies. So I'm gonna edit that, and I'm gonna have the first, really slot play casino video on the channel. Uh, and then, oh, I've got a cruise coming up next month, so I expect to take a lot of video there and have a cruise video because that's really the channel is about mine and Liz's dream of cruising full time in retirement, maybe in the next 10 years. And there, really three parts to that is the gambling. That's how we get the free cruises right now. And I just love gambling. The ride share, that's how I'm, paying down debt and setting aside a little money for gambling that doesn't, cost the family budget anything. Um, and then actually YouTubing, logging, my experiences with this. Um, and I just, a lot of stuff that I've watched says, niche down, and maybe just do one of those things. First casino video will be coming out, and next month I'll be on a cruise, so I'll have that content started, and then um, this is my fourth video or fifth, depending on when I release it. Still haven't made an intro video with Liz. You still haven't seen her on camera, so that was one of the first things I wanted to do, but we didn't have the time, and that's intro video is going to come probably 5 or 6 videos deep into this thing. So, but that's all right. It's been a fun first week for sure. I've learned a lot. I really do enjoy this, and I appreciate you watching it. To those 22 folks who who have watched, and especially the one individual who liked the video. Thank you so much. If you are watching this, you have any tips or suggestions for me. Hopefully, you've already thrown them in the content when or in the comments when you thought about it. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up button, all that stuff. And if you want to follow me on this journey, follow us on this journey, uh, love it if you would be my first subscriber. So thanks so much.